Hi again mga future nurses. This is the second in a series of videos about nursing informatics theory, and this is concerning the DIKW model. This is very similar to the Graves and Corcoran's model, so I'm using the same example to explain it. Makikita mo na lang later on kung ano ang difference. So, same example, you are a community health nurse who wants to know if there's a need for a weight loss program for obese persons in the barangays that you cover kasi nakikita mo nga, malaki ang risk pag obese ang isang tao. So, these barangays have electronic data records of each resident. What do you need to know to determine if a resident is qualified for the program? Which means, i-review mo yung electronic data records at maggagawa ka ng filter para ilalabas ng computer kung ano man ang hinahanap mo na karakteristik nung tao na gusto mong isali dito sa program na to. So, D stands for data, which are raw facts that are isolated and meaningless and therefore useless. And in this situation, an example of such data is patient's weight. Kasi yun agad ang ating isipin, obese, kailangan mabigat siya. Pero hindi mo talaga malalaman kung obese ang isang tao simply by finding out what his or her weight is. On the other hand, information are data that are processed in such a way that they become meaningful and valuable. So, in this case, di ba, pag weight lang, hindi natin alam kung obese kasi nakadepende din kung gaano siya katangkad eh. So, pagsamahin na natin yung dalawang data, weight and height, tapos, based on this, pwedeng i-program yung computer para i-compute niya ang body mass index or BMI, which is weight in kilograms over height in meters squared. Tapos, kung anong lalabas na BMI, ipapa-interpret na rin sa computer na less than 18.5 ay underweight, 18.5 to 24.9 is normal, 25 to 29.9 is overweight, 30 and above is obese. So, lahat ng 30 and above ang BMI ay ililista ngayon ng computer yung mga pangalan nila at yung mga contact details para sila ang pwede na sasama doon sa weight loss program for obese persons. But, there is a big but. Tingnan muna natin ang knowledge. This is information that is synthesized in such a way that it's possible to see relationships, formulate opinions, and make predictions. It may also involve using other acquired knowledge to come to a conclusion about the data and information collected. So, tingnan natin paano matatransform yung data and information to knowledge. Di ba nagsimula sa weight, tapos nadagdagan ng height, tapos nag-compute ng BMI at na-interpret na at inilabas na lahat ng mga pangalan ng tao na more than 30 ang kanilang BMI kasi sila ang considered na obese. Pero meron kang friend who's very muscular and his BMI is greater than 30. So based on your experience, hindi lahat ng BMI ay greater than 30 ay considered na obese. Kasi yung friend mo naman, hindi naman siya mataba. You know that muscle is heavier than fat. This is knowledge previously acquired from education, particularly sa iyong anatomy and physiology class. So you gather more data from patients' records, mga assessment notes, and pictures at lumabas na some of those with BMI greater than 30 are not obese. This is information based on patients' records. Makikita kasi ito sa picture, more than 30 ang kanyang BMI pero muscular, hindi naman mataba. So, ano na ngayon ang iyong magiging conclusion? A BMI of 30 and above is not an absolute indicator of obesity. So, ito na yung knowledge. So far, pareho dun sa Graves and Corcoran's model. Bago tayo mag-proceed, makita natin ang difference, please click the subscribe button. Ang kaibahan ng model na to dun sa model ni Graves and Corcoran ay dinagdagan ng wisdom, which is the ability to make sound judgment and decisions. This enables the use of knowledge to solve real-world problems. Therefore, ano ang end goal dito? Which is for you to make the right decision and to do what is right. Example, if there are only 10 obese persons in a barangay with a population of 1,000, konti lang, will you still initiate a weight loss program for obese persons? Kino-consider mo, merong need kasi merong risk, di ba? Para dito sa mga obese persons na to eh. Kahit 10 lang sila. Pero on the other hand, marami ring needs yung barangay na kailangan din ng iyong time, kailangan ng resources, kailangan ng iyong energy. At mas maraming tao ang makikinabang kung doon ka magfo-focus. So are you going to abandon the idea of a program that is going to promote weight loss among obese persons para mag-focus dun sa mga programs na makakatulong sa mas maraming tao? There's no right or wrong answer absolutely for this situation. Kasi depende yan dun sa situation itself at depende sa perception mo of what is important. Kaya sa wisdom actually, hindi lang pag-iisip ang ginagamit. Kasi naka-base din ito sa iyong values. Pero ito ay making you be able to decide and do what is considered as right. Summary of this model is shown in this diagram, which is represented by a pyramid, nagsisimula sa data, moving up to information, to knowledge, and finally, wisdom. So, balik na nga tayo dun sa review of these items. Diba, ang data ay simply isolated, meaningless, useless bits. Pero pag pinagsama mo yung data, tapos inanalyze mo, inorganize mo, nagiging information yan, naiintindihan na, kaya meron ng gamit. Tapos pag yung information ay inanalyze mo further, may mga ibang kaalaman na pinapasok mo, then ito ay nagiging knowledge na, nagdraw ka na ng conclusion. And finally, itong conclusion or knowledge na to, ito ang basis ng iyong judgment. So ang wisdom is, in other words, ang pinaka-basic doon is being able to judge and do what is right. Ang isa ring difference dun sa theory na to at kay theory ni Graves and Corcoran ay makikita na yung arrows ay bidirectional. Diba yung kay Graves and Corcoran, isang direksyon lang ang mga arrows. Ito ay dalawang direksyon. Ibig sabihin, may data ka, tapos naging information na, pwede kang bumalik at mag-gather uli ng data to further refine your information. Pwede ka rin na may information na, tapos may knowledge ka na, pwede ka pa rin bumalik do sa information, get more information, kasi pwedeng ito rin ay makakadagdag dun sa analysis para maging knowledge. And then, may knowledge ka na, tapos i-apply mo na, pwede kang bumalik uli sa knowledge kasi kunwari hindi ka sigurado dun sa iyong decision kung tama ba ang iyong gagawin. Pwede kang mag-acquire ng more knowledge para mag-guide ka so that you will know that you are doing what is right. So, yan ang D stands for data, I stands for information, K stands for knowledge, and W stands for wisdom. D-I-K-W model.